by Jonathan, which is not, I mean, the author wrote it, but he included himself as a character in the book. And it's about a Jewish guy who is Jonathan, who travels back to go follow his roots. Not only his roots, but his grandfather, because in the tales that his grandfather told him, that he was saved by a young woman whose name is Agustin. And the other part is it's written by Alex, who is his translator when he arrives to Ukraine in Eastern Europe. And something interesting about Alex is that his English is very, it's not correct. It's very weird, and that's what makes the book so hilarious. There's a lot of humor, and there's a lot of actually emotions that goes around that book. And the third one is, the third part of the book is written by Alex, Letters to Jonathan. And on this part, Alex confines Jonathan's life. Like basically, Alex tells Jonathan's life through the last part of the book. In the first part of the book, who was written by Jonathan, it's very funny, and it just tells the background of Jonathan and about his ancestors and about his grandfather, his name is Safran. Something funny about Safran is that he has a lame arm. In other words, is that his arm doesn't move. It's just there. I guess, you know, you can say when someone calls you lame, you know, oops. When someone calls you lame, you're just all lazy and everything. But yeah, he has a lame arm. And another thing funny is that this book, it focuses on that, I guess, that characteristic of Safran, because women are attracted to that. They're so attracted to his grandfather's arm, and that's why they're always with him and everything. But anyways, when Jonathan travels to Ukraine, he realizes many things. He realizes that everything that happened during World War II, which is as the war in this book talks about, he realizes that his grandfather went through so many struggles, and he realizes that his grandfather took in a lot, because when he would talk to his grandfather, he would feel his emotions, but not until he arrived there he actually saw that all those people who died during World War II, many left many things behind, and that's what this book always talks about there. So the first quote I chose was it's called Taste, Sight, Smell, Hearing, Memory. While Gentiles experience and process the world through the traditional senses and use of memory, only as a second-order means of interpreting events, for Jews, memory is no less than the prick of a pen. This talks about memories of Jews in Ukraine. And one thing that I chose about this picture was all the thorns around there. Those represent the impacting of each memory that each Jew went through. And the number in the middle represents the number that each got as a label. And when it talks about while Gentiles experience and process the world through a traditional senses, for example, we have the five senses, right? And it's a separation in the book that it's written that when a regular person who's not a Jew, their memories are just, regular memories, We think about them and everything. But what Jews went through during this time, each memory is taken very deeply, because we didn't go through, or in the book, Gentiles didn't go through what Jews went, because each suffering, each death, and each moment that they spent during World War II, it was something that was very memorable. The next quote was, it says, "I am not a bad person, I am a good person who has lived in a bad time." And this quote it says by Safran, who is Jonathan's grandfather. And is whenever he talks to Jonathan and tells him his guilt that he feels that he couldn't save any of those people who died during during World War II because he was the only one who survived, and he felt that guilt because he couldn't do anything about it. And the next quote that I connected to says, "The end of the world has come often and continues to come, unforgiving, unrelenting, bringing darkness and darkness." And this quote, I connected it very much to this picture because the way the clouds are and the way you just see fumes and all dead people, that represents the town. And whenever in the book it describes that whenever Jonathan arrives there, he just sees like everything destroyed because the town was pretty, and he just sees many buildings getting destroyed, and he just sees like grass just dead, not very alive. And each life, I guess each tomb represents each life that was there. And when he was there, when he saw that, he felt that what his grandfather told him, he felt everything was just like alive to him because what the book focuses very much on is memory, and he realizes that memory, which is his grandfather's memory, was something that Jonathan really viewed because every moment that each Jew went through World War II was actually placed on that town. This quote is, "The only thing more painful than being an active forgetter is to be an inner rememberer." This part is kind of towards the end of the book. And again, like I said, memory is something very, very precious in the book. And right here in this picture, well, the whole point was you can hardly see it, but when you remember something very, very harsh, it's something that you won't forget. And World War II is something unforgettable to every person, and especially Jonathan's grandfather. And when it says that something more painful than being an active forgetter is an remember, is that I know like I didn't experience World War II, but if somebody who remember every single part that happened in World War II and each day that they went through, it's something very painful to remember. And that's what Zafran, Jonathan's grandfather, suffered. He suffered for everything that he remembered so far before he was rescued by Augustine.
So the A team should be writing feedback for Viri right now. Remember to write, that's the front of the room in case you forgot who you are. Remember to write 1 plus and 1 delta that is specific. George, did you already finish yours? And then the back of the room can get ready to write feedback for Sulema. So the B team will be writing for Sulema. Sulema, do you have your book? If you're ready to give it to me.
Let's put it on the plate. Now lay it up, get it out. Goes on fire. I have a lot, actually. You got the timer?
I did get it, thank you.
See you.
Listen, you didn't pause it.